Hello, 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 God's beautiful people. I am back with another word from the Lord. Oh, y'all, it's a lot of words today. I ain't complaining, but I just want to say it again. Oh, it's a lot of words today, but I'm going to do what thus says the Lord always. Okay. If this is your first time here, my name is Tara, and God uses me to bring forth prophetic messages to his lovely, beautiful, wonderful people. And he uses me with dreams and visions and hearing and seeing in the spirit and a heap of other things. But that's neither here nor there. Let's jump into this word. And I'm trying to make, excuse me, y'all got to get a sip of water. Hold on. I told y'all, what I record, what y'all see is really what y'all get. Like, there's no editing and all that good stuff. It is what it is. I was really trying to have a good vibe, I guess, before this word, but it's a serious word. And it's from a dream. And so I'm going to read the dream, and then I'm going to speak directly to this person or people that this is in reference to. Okay, so it's about a female. I'm not quite sure. This could absolutely happen to a man too, a male too. So, but someone handed her a phone, and on the other end was a relative who used to sexually abuse her. He was older than her. Now, as an adult, he would still bully and manipulate her into doing things she didn't want to do. Not necessarily sexually, but just making her always feel like the victim. She always felt like a victim with this person. This particular time, you said no. And when you said no, he literally showed up. Ain't that just like the enemy? He had this angry, bully type disposition towards you, but you still stood your ground and said no. And when he began to apply pressure, you left. You ran. You ended up at this place where there was some type of church service or revival going on. It looked like a tent. And when you walked in, you saw, give me just a moment, y'all. Okay. You saw that there was a lot of people there, okay? And you went to turn around to leave, but there was this man that was sitting off to the side. It seems as if I remember him dressed like in a cream colored, like all white. It almost looked white, but kind of like cream colored white. He appeared to be a pastor, but in the dream, I knew in the spirit that he was more than that. And one of the reasons I say that is because he could be heard over all the music and the talking and the speaking that was going on in this tent, because it was huge and it was packed. And he said, "Don't leave. Come in. We will make a way for you. We will do whatever we have to do for you." And then I woke up. Okay, so in this dream, just know that a tent is a temporary place of, biblically, it represents a temporary place of rest, and it represents a meeting place with God. So when she left that situation, that's where she ended up. And I don't know who this word is for. I don't know if you have actually left and stopped dealing with your family, or you really want to, because of the things that happened to you growing up. But God says, walk away. Walk away. That he will absolutely cover you. That God will go out of his way to protect you. That you will enter his rest, okay? And he will meet you where you are. Don't continue to let what happened to you growing up hold you hostage. If being around the people that or even the person that abused you is causing you to have a victim's mentality, is causing you to stay in this place of feeling like this is your life and there's nothing you can do about it, God says that's not true. He has you. He has you covered. He loves you and he wants you to walk away. And so many times, when we are being abused, we blame ourselves. So many times we never accuse or point fingers at the person that did it, because somehow there's this manipulation that takes place that makes us feel like this is all that we are and this is what our life is. This is who we are. But God says, you've been contemplating walking away or you just decided to walk away. But either way, God wants you to know that he has you. That just call on him. You don't have to do this alone. And trust me that there are a lot of people that has been in your shoes. There's a lot of people that has walked this path and they live to tell it. You can't be ashamed and you can't allow this person to continue to hold this over you. Okay? Not to go into any detail, but I know what it's like. I know what it's like to look at the person that sexually abused you in your face and nobody knows it but you. I know what it's like to have to still love them because they're family. I know what it's like to try your best not to hate them and still protect them from being hated by everybody else. I know what that looks like. I know how it feels. I know, excuse me. Oh God. Oh, but God. Here we go, Lord. I know what that looks like. So, but God has a way of bringing healing. He has a way of walking you through forgiveness. He has a way of taking the pain away. He has a way of making you see that you aren't the problem. He has a way of giving you strength to face those demons. And a lot of times facing the demons don't mean put them on blast. I mean, if that's the path he takes you, great. God hadn't led me on that path, not saying that he will, but at this point it wouldn't make much of a difference, but just know that. And I know what it's like to not be able to tell a soul. I know I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, like I said before, I was never believed in my family for whatever reason. I was never believed. All of my siblings could always lie and be believed over my truth. So I never felt like I could tell it. I felt like I could never tell it. And until God tells me that that's what I have to do, it'll never be told, because I am at a place of peace. God literally took me through a journey of forgiveness, and he took me and he had me to do something to solidify it. So with that being said, like, I don't want to tarnish anybody. So, but that may not be the path that God has for you. So you pray, you seek God. You don't let this person continue to make you feel less than. You're beautiful. You are a child of God. You are intelligent. And I need you to know that you are worth it. You are worth it. You are worth having the peace. You are worth being loved. That you aren't just somebody's punching bag. You are not just somebody's trash. You are not just somebody's tool. God created you for purpose, and he is going to turn your pain into purpose and in a testimony that's going to help others. So understand that if this is you, and if this word is for you, if this is something you're going through, because right now at this point, you're older. You're not that little kid anymore. I don't know if you're a teenager, if you're a young adult or older adult, but whatever it is, it's okay to leave. God says, walk away. He got you. He don't care if you're walking away from family. He doesn't care if it takes leaving everybody for a moment. That's where my true healing began, when I walked away from everybody. Sorry, y'all. When God told me to leave, I didn't know why. I thought I was leaving for one reason, but it was truly so God could heal me. And so, but I know what that feels like in that moment. It's, you try to get away from what was done to you, but it's always there. It's always lurking, and you're always the blame. Because you are blaming yourself. And the fact that you're blaming yourself, you think everybody else is going to blame you too. But it took God to tell me, you are not the blame. You're a kid. You're a kid. You're not the blame. So what I need you to do is pick up your mat, and I need you to walk away. And I promise you, God is going to meet you there. And I promise you that the healing, oh man, the healing is worth it. It is so worth it. Whew, I mean, when I tell you God is amazing. His healing, his process, it hurts. Let me say that. The process that you have to go through, it hurts. It really does. It's painful. There's a lot of crying. There's a lot of uncertainty. You don't understand the purpose. And a lot of times we don't want to go through that, but stay the course. Stay the course. Keep trusting God, because he knows what's up ahead. And so, because the things that God has me to do now, I wouldn't have been able to do had he not taken me through that process and truly showed me my worth and my value. So just know that you're not alone. Other people, other women, other men, other boys and girls, God is going to use our testimonies to heal this land, okay? So understand that. Just walk away. Just walk away. God is going to do, he is going to go above and beyond. Above and beyond. Y'all, God is so loving. And I really hate that we grew up thinking God was a punisher, and that, oh, if you don't do this, you're going to hell. You know, we was always preached that fire, hell, and brimstone, you know, growing up. And I really hate that we weren't taught the true love of God. I mean, when I tell you, he is so gentle, he is so loving, and he cares about every aspect of you. So whoever you are, pick up your mat and follow God. He is trying to lead you to a place of peace. You are already fed up. You don't have to keep staring your abuser in the face at family functions. You don't have to keep staring your abuser in the face, You know, if you live in the same house, you don't have to keep staring your abuser in the face, you know, and hugging them and loving them and all of these things. God says, no, pick up your mat, follow God. He is about to lead you to true healing and true peace and true love. And he is going to love you so much that you absolutely are going to know real love when you receive it. Okay? So, whoever this message is for, and if you need me, email me. It's in the description box. But I just need you to know that it's okay. It's okay. And God is absolutely going to heal you. I'm not saying it just to say it. I've walked this walk. So he is going to heal you. And believe it or not, when it's all said and done, you're going to end up loving this person the way you would have loved them had they not abused you. And that's the beauty of it, because only God can do that. I can't take credit for that. I can't take credit for that aspect of it. So God is gonna make it all right. I promise. So I love you. Whoever this message is for, I pray that you receive it, because God is so serious about it. The fact that he used me to deliver it says that, because it's not something that I've ever shared with anybody ever in my whole entire life. And I just shared it with the world. So know that God is doing something new. I love you, and I'll be back with another word, y'all.